If you truly want to move forward this year mentally, emotionally, financially, and spiritually, then one of the hardest but most powerful decisions you'll make is who you allow access to your life. Growth doesn't only come from what you add, it often comes from what you remove. Here are 7 types of people you must cut off or create serious distance from, explained in a way that helps you reflect deeply and take action. 1. People who constantly drain your energy. These are individuals who leave you feeling exhausted after every interaction. Conversations are always about their problems, their stress, their drama. When you talk about your struggles, they quickly shift the focus back to themselves or downplay what you're going through. Over time, emotional exhaustion becomes normal. That's dangerous. You start believing it's your responsibility to carry others while neglecting yourself. If you're always tired around someone, that's not love, that's a warning sign. To move forward, you need relationships that restore, not deplete. 2. People who secretly compete with you. Not all enemies show up openly. Some hide behind smiles, jokes, and support. They celebrate you loudly in public, but feel uncomfortable when you actually start winning. Their compliments feel off. Their advice subtly discourages you. They highlight your flaws more than your growth. These people don't want you to fail, but they don't want you to surpass them either. Keeping them around slowly chips away at your confidence. If someone feels threatened by your growth, they are not meant to walk beside you into your next level. 3. People who are addicted to comfort. These people aren't negative, they're comfortable. And comfort is often more dangerous than criticism. They question why you're working so hard, why you're changing, why you're aiming higher. They tell you to relax, slow down, stop overthinking. While their intentions may seem harmless, their mindset is limiting. They don't want to grow because growth requires discomfort, and your ambition reminds them of what they're avoiding. If you stay around people who fear change, you'll start fearing it too. 4. People who disrespect your boundaries. This type ignores your no, crosses your limits, and then gaslights you into feeling guilty for having boundaries in the first place. They demand access to your time, energy, emotions, and attention without respecting your needs. Boundaries are not walls, they're filters. Anyone who consistently violates them is showing you they value control over connection. You cannot build a better life while constantly defending your right to protect your peace. 5. People with a victim mentality. These individuals believe life is always happening to them. There's always an excuse, always someone else to blame, always a reason they can't change. They complain constantly, but resist solutions. The danger isn't just their negativity, it's how contagious it is. Stay around victimhood long enough and you'll start doubting your own power. Growth requires accountability. Anyone who refuses responsibility will slow you down emotionally and mentally. 6. People who keep you attached to your past. Some people only know you as who you used to be. They remind you of your old mistakes, old habits, and old roles. When you change, they resist not because you're wrong, but because your growth disrupts the dynamic they're comfortable with. You are allowed to evolve. Anyone who insists on keeping you frozen in a past version of yourself is not aligned with your future. To move forward, you must release those who refuse to update their perception of you. 7. People who give you one-sided relationships. You're always the one calling, checking in, helping, supporting, forgiving. When you need the same energy, they disappear. But you keep the relationship alive by overgiving and under-receiving. This teaches you to accept less than you deserve. Progress requires balance. Relationships should be mutual, not obligations. If someone only benefits from your presence without contributing to your well-being, it's time to let go. Final thought: cutting people off isn't about being heartless, it's about being honest. Some people can't go where you're going, not because they're bad, but because they're not aligned with your growth. This year, choose peace over familiarity. Choose evolution over attachment. Choose yourself, because the version of you that's coming requires space to grow. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.